The headlines: a male person arrested in relation to suspected abduction incident in Honiara over the past few days. Minister of Foreign Affairs and External Trade Honorable Peter Chanel Angovaka will lead Solomon Islands delegation to the 2024 Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting. And women in Solomon Islands still have a low representation in business leadership. Hello, you're watching SIBC's TV News Bulletin. I'm Sharon Nanao. The Royal Solomon Island Police Force (RSIPF) have arrested a male person in relation to the suspected abduction incident in Honiara over the past few days. Deputy Commissioner for National Security Ian Vaivaso told the local media on Friday that the suspect was the driver of the suspicious vehicle driving around and allegedly abducting children. Over the past 2 weeks, residents in Honiara have been posting on social media about abduction incidents that occurred in Honiara and on the outskirts of Honiara.
Some suspect mi fala pulo min finis tu, wasem some one fella I think mi fala pulo min for questioning, wasem so we working on that one.
So we can say that you already made one arrest or one questioning. Can you describe that person to us?
Well, as you may speak, mi fala just receiving now that information and just come, but that suspicious vehicle that was identified earlier. So take him, the driver was for questioning now. So I would not give the more details on that.
The driver of the vehicle or the driver?
The driver of the vehicle, yeah.
Vehicle,
the suspicious vehicle.
The vehicle is still on the road or you will?
No, police all for questioning.
RSIPF said currently they are investigating the abduction incidents in Honiara over the past few days.
As of today, Mifala Law Police Mifala receiving a formal report. One of the incident that happened. Now our intelligence and investigations so working around the clock now to get to the bottom of this issue. We try to understand the magnitude of this problem because it's just information that Mifala just receiving today. And so we are working around the clock now to see that we get informations that Mifala like him, for helping Mifala understand him now and the magnitude of this issue.
The Deputy Commissioner calls on the public to report any suspicious activities in and around Honiara to help the police.
Whilst police are doing vocabulary, Mifala like him for inviting members of the public for come forward with more informations, anything that is suspicious or especially the victims, because we heard that there are calls coming that happen around everywhere in town. So we want the victims to come forward and tell us what not really happened so that we understand this issue here. And such report by helping Mifalana for so we're able for responded this issue and as well as get them to evidence that is useful for side law inquiries.
The Honiara City Council HCC calls on all public vehicles, including taxis and buses, to remove all tinted glasses on their vehicles following the recent abduction incidents. Mary Manelegua reports.
The Honiara City Council HCC City Mayor calls on all public vehicles, including taxis and buses, to remove all tinted glasses on their vehicles as of the 18th of October. In an interview with SIBC News, City Mayor Eddie Siapu said vehicle owners have until Sunday the 20th to remove their tinted glasses. The operation by HCC came amid the alleged child abduction incidents in Honiara.
Mifala City Council as the local authority we have looked after Honiara City, Mifala have to get up and do something now. my apology for not doing anything earlier on, but this afternoon executive blow me meet, and the first step where we have taken now is by me have call upon public vehicles. This means taxis and bus by teens by get ready to him now. Starting operations whereby law enforcement blow by doing this evening, over the weekend until maybe Sunday evening. So
Mr. Siapu also calls on all business owners to help his officers carry out their duties in ensuring vehicles with tinted glasses are removed.
We just call upon all the business owners, if I've got taxis and buses, if officers blow me call upon you for you remove them now of the tins, please be like for me go along and doing what now like this is for avoid him no more one him happen. Because I'm evident that one or two incidents have happened this morning and this afternoon. We are looking at the taxis now or the using for this operation block.
Mary Manelegua, SIBC TV.
Now, the Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development has strongly condemned the alleged attack and threats reportedly carried out on students. Eliza Kukutu with the details.
The Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development has strongly condemned the alleged attack and threats reportedly done to students. This comes after the ministry received a report about a female secondary student who was attacked by masked men in a moving car last week. Speaking to SIBC News, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Education, Dr. Franco Rodi, said that the ministry has informed teachers and parents to ensure the safety of students through a circular.
As a ministry who is very concerned about the welfare of our students and learning of students, Nepal put him out now this for circular, and the intent of the circular is to inform or advise schools, particularly principals, education providers, teachers, and particularly parents and guardians, so that they can take precautionary measures in terms of safety block beginning, especially when they are traveling to the schools and when they are returning to the schools, so that the students will not become victims of those people who want to attack them. So we are working on this because even without hard evidence, for people let them our schools and school leaders in particular and parents, so that they can step up security measures in the school surroundings, so that any people where or not recognize them who might be a stranger, coming to the school or outside the gate of the school, they can be able to take the appropriate measures and not allow persons to talk with our students, so that they can be assured of their shape and not harm.
He adds the ministry is working closely with the police to ensure students are safe.
We respect the decisions of the principals close the schools today, because safety of children is very important. If the situation worsens, then of course people by seeking advice from the police, so that the decision people are making, because it will affect their learning block. If we are going to close schools for any indefinite period of time, so we will be liaising with our schools, and with the instruction that we have sent, those precautionary measures, we hope that things will improve in terms of safety of our students.
For SIBC TV, I'm Eliza Kukutu.
Minister of Foreign Affairs and External Trade, Honorable Peter Chanel Angovaka, will lead Solomon Islands delegation to the 2024 Commonwealth Heads of Governments meeting. Prime Minister Honorable Jeremiah Manele revealed to local media last week. The international meeting will be held in Samoa Apia from 25th to 26th October 2024. Prime Minister Honorable Manele explains domestic pressing issues is the reason for his absence at the meeting.
Our Minister of Foreign Affairs and External Trade, Honorable Peter Chanel Angovaka, will lead our delegation to CHOGM, the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in Apia, Samoa. He will meet with Commonwealth leaders and Ministers of Foreign Affairs. Of course, we'll lead our participation and input during the meeting, and I have every confidence in him to represent Solomon Islands. In terms of my non-attendance now to CHOGM, I have a few important domestic matters to attend to, including preparations for Parliament, the budget process, of course. That takes precedence when you have domestic matters that are of critical importance. That takes precedence over overseas trips. Of course, CHOGM is important. As I've said, I have every confidence that the Minister of Foreign Affairs will represent Solomon Islands well in that meeting. I'll be writing to my colleague, the Prime Minister of Samoa, who is the host, to explain why I'm not attending and to wish her well in hosting CHOGM.
Women in Solomon Islands still have a low representation in business leadership. The Leadership Matters Report 2024 shows. The report analyses progress and challenges to women in leadership within the business sector. Previous report was conducted in 2021 and was used as the benchmark against the 2024 findings. Andrea Mahanua filed this story.
Women in Solomon Islands still have low representation in business leadership. This was revealed in the Leadership Matters Report 2024, compiled by the Asian Development Bank's Pacific Private Sector Development Initiative, PSDI. PSDI's Economic Empowerment of Women expert, Sarah Boxall, explained that despite the low figures, Solomon Islands has made progress.
If you look at Solomon Islands compared to your regional neighbours, it does look quite low. But if you compare Solomon Islands with itself from 21 to 2024, you can see that there's actually movement in the right direction. We've seen a drop in the number of boards with no directors from 57% to 45%. And we've also seen from 3% to 10% with gender parity or greater. So I think whilst 45% of boards having no women is quite a shocking, figure, again, it's going down.
The report also showed that 38% of deputy chairs are women, creating a strong pipeline for board chair roles in the future. Findings further indicated that women chief executive officers in boards and senior leadership has increased from 7% to 24% since 2021, exceeding the current regional average of 21%. Ms. Boxall said women are now seeking opportunities to improve their professional networks.
We also asked about women seeking opportunities to further their careers through participation in professional networks. And 83% said that they actively participate in professional networks. Now, this was amongst the highest in the Pacific region, and I think speaks to the kinds of organisations we are co-hosting with tonight who actually put a lot of effort into recognising that networking is important and create those opportunities for women.
A new organisation called Women in Executive Leadership Solomon Islands, WELSI, aims to do just that. WELSI President Pamela Nizol said they hope to see more improvements in future reports.
So data imi look into the Sarah hem present findings for Solomon Islands. Imi still although imi making progress, imi still below average, low Pacific. But if I hope for next time or doing that same survey, results by him look different, Maya. Maybe next time will come, but imina by lead na lo numbers lo Pacific in terms of women leadership lo executive positions. Me fala really believe that women got a lot of potential for contributing lo decision making. So hem na why me fala come together for formum this initiative for providing a structured approach lo how na ba imi as a community supporting women lo yumi.
Andrea Maahanwa for SIBC TV.
Prime Minister Honorable Jeremiah Manele is currently in Indonesia to attend the inauguration ceremony of the new President and Vice President of Indonesia. Honorable Manele told local media he was invited to attend the ceremony along with other leaders of the Melanesian Spearhead Group. Prime Minister Manele says Indonesia over the years has become an important development partner for Solomon Islands.
To attend the inauguration ceremony of the new President of the Republic of Indonesia, His Excellency Prabowo Subianto, and the Vice President of the Republic of Indonesia, His Excellency Gibran Raka Buming Raka. The ceremony will be on Sunday, 20 October 2024 Indonesia has invited MSG countries or leaders to attend the inauguration ceremony. So I'm responding positively to that invitation by attending their ceremony. Indonesia, as you can appreciate, is an increasingly important bilateral partner for Solomon Islands. They funded and built the Friendship Hall for the 2023 Pacific Games, as well as the Bench Creek Clinic, which is about to be completed. Apart from that, over the years, Indonesia has also provided some scholarships to our students. Of course, we have an embassy in Jakarta, Indonesia. We have in place a bilateral visa waiver agreement between our two countries, diplomatic and official passports. There is scope to expand our cooperation with Indonesia in sectors such as agriculture, fisheries, of course, education and training, maritime, shipping and transport.
Honorable Manele adds Solomon Islands is currently looking to sign a air service agreement with Indonesia.
Actually, our two countries, in our case, through the Ministry of National Planning and Development Cooperation, is working with the Indonesian authorities in terms of coming up with a 5-year development cooperation framework, under which some of these sectors will come under. Usually they come under a general framework cooperation, and as and when there is a need for specific modes, those modes can be developed for specific sectors. We are also discussing an air services agreement between Indonesia and Solomon Islands to expand connectivity between our two countries. Draft modes on education cooperation and also on police cooperation are also ready for signing. Most likely, this will be signed early next year.
Inflation in Solomon Islands is expected to ease to 3.7% this year. Andrea Mahanua with the details.
Inflation in Solomon Islands is expected to ease to 3.7% this year. This was revealed in the World Bank Pacific Economic Update for the month of October. World Bank senior economist Lodewijk Smets explained that easing inflation rates will stabilize prices in the country.
Luckily now, inflation is going down, meaning it's still prices are still increasing, but less so than 2 years ago. And it's okay for an economy to have an inflation of about 0 to 5%. So it's good for an economy to have gradual price increases. But what we don't want to see again is 10, 15%, because that destabilizes an economy significantly. So now price levels are stabilizing, which is what we want to see.
The report indicates that price levels had increased by 22% during the COVID-19 pandemic. Mr. Smets noted that import inflation was a major driver for price hikes in the country during the pandemic.
What we show in the report, prices have increased by 22.5%. So if you just go back 5 years, price levels were around 22% lower back in 2019. So the cost of living has increased a lot. For Solomon Islands, and especially during the pandemic, we saw a large spike in inflation. Prices went up a lot. And one important driver for Solomon Islands and also the other Pacific countries is that we import inflation from abroad, from Australia, from New Zealand, because a lot of the goods are imported. So you not only import your goods, you also import inflation. That can affect the poor, because if your income doesn't rise with inflation, your $100 Solomon will buy you less goods.
Andrea Mahanua for SIBC TV.
A team from the Ministry of Health and Medical Services was part of a 2-day celebration hosted by the Tina River Hydro Project at the Garivera Park last week. Elisa Kukutu reports.
A team from the Ministry of Health and Medical Services was part of a 2-day celebration hosted by the Tina River Hydro Project at the Garivera Park last week. With addressing health issues faced by women among its priorities, the team provided awareness sessions on the importance of prioritizing women's health. Speaking to SIBC News, Health Promotion Officer Diane Magiro said recognizing the importance of early detection on women's health is still a challenge in rural communities. She said through the awareness conducted, they hope that women can be more educated on the need to prioritize their health.
Mainly, lateness block at the women for Kamlo Hospital is because they are not aware of some things where happen to women without needing medical assistance. Yes, so, like for example, breast cancer and cervical cancer is high in our women, but the starting of those cancers or those health issues, hem no garen pain ya. So hem no sa trigger woman for look at them na health or help from a medical person. Time hem come lo clinic hem worst finish na. So time if come out lo community so hem very important for help them with women yomi aware that things also or look for signs and symptoms blo things where hem save bring him health block at down in the future. Yeah? So like for example, when we give him like breast cancer, him start with him lamp no more or something where him stay low susu, but him no feeling pain. Yeah, but him not supposed not to be low there. Woman had for come unless him pain, yeah man. So kind things also men women you must aware that breast cancer or even health women generally have need him medical attention. Every 2 years you must go to clinic or you must go to health for must check him you know wait until it's too late.
Gender Focal Point and Community Liaison Officer for the Tina River Hydro Project, Helen Dolaino, said she is happy to see women getting much needed information from the sessions conducted. She said the main aim of the event was to work with the government ministries to allow such important informations to reach the rural communities.
This is more from the project's perspective with the Gender Action Plan, the project, the thinking behind is for network with government ministries, for example, like health, agriculture, areas where concern the women and livelihood here is more on agriculture. So that important to us, and with the health issues rise to us of the women. So that's why I invite him agriculture and Ministry of Health today, and very informative the information that's been shared. So I'm happy that they are here to see what the women display here, the skills, the potential that they have, because not stuck at time they come out and expose themselves, but through this plan, the project. Me happy to tell them that they slowly. So I think achievement since the plan has been come into place and we've implemented for the last 5 years.
For SIBC TV, I'm Eliza Kukutu.
Solomon Water and the Asian Development Bank (ADB) celebrated the Global Hand Washing Day in Honiara on Thursday. Mary Manelegua reports.
Solomon Water and the Asian Development Bank (ABD) celebrated the Global Handwashing Day in Honiara on Thursday. With the theme, Why Are Clean Hands Still Important? The day aims to promote the importance of hand washing as an effective way to prevent diseases and save lives. Speaking to local media, Solomon Water Chief Executive Officer Carmine Piantedoze says Solomon Water will continue to support hand-washing programs and will provide clean water for the country.
This is part of the Global Hand-Washing Day, and SIWA, or Solomon Water, supports hand-washing and hand hygiene in the community, at home, at work, at schools, and we're supporting that with access to clean, safe water. Solomon Water, like I said, is the utility that provides water throughout Solomon Islands. We're developing a whole range of infrastructure and access to providing connections to households for water, because without water it's difficult for the households, for workplaces, for schools to maintain a level of hygiene and health standards. So it's really important that we provide access to water to the communities through our pipes, our systems that we're developing and infrastructure that we're installing.
Meanwhile, ADB Senior Country Officer Dalsi Tozaka says ADB has been supporting Solomon Water in delivering hand-washing programs.
ADB has been supporting the WASH program because we have a project with Solomon Water called the Urban Water Supply and Sanitation Project. It has been on since 2019 and ongoing until 2028. And there is a component in there which we align with Solomon Water's objectives, and that is a WASH component to it. And we also have a technical assistance that supports this event, and it's the WASH behavioral change to support the Pacific Island countries, including Solomon Islands.
Mary Manelegua for SIBC TV.
Now, communities in and around Lunga celebrated the opening of the St. Luke Chapel on Friday. Eliza Kukutu reports.
Communities in and around Lunga celebrated the opening of the St. Luke Chapel on Friday. The chapel is the second church to be consecrated in the diocese. Speaking to SIBC News, Rector of the Lunga Parish, Father Jack Aitorea, said that the church was established through the hard work and commitment of the communities. He said the establishment of the church also aims to reduce criminal activities in the communities.
I'm so glad, looking at lots of people coming in and witnessing this consecration of this whole church. Me sabe, lots of schools today dream to graduation block but some people living vast time come. So me looking quite a number of people and a little bit guest from me, explanation from me, almost about 2,000 people around here. Well, before time, community staff here, sa prayer no more time, me vine, prepare house no more, take evening prayer, morning prayer. But then as time goes on, say, hey, maybe build him a little bit, say a little bit, make him come as a family. So that's why, put him, and this one, me built by tithe block people, tithe block people, no, build this church. So they put them together and people say, okay, me like for prayer, worshiping God, we must at least sit down, let me say the place. Main focus law areas such as these areas. When we build a church, we try to bring young people, we try to help young people, try to really cut them down, some of the crimes, people hang around and doing drunk all about and doing stealing and all this. So when we build this church law here, the community, it is one way of helping young people to really come to understand him. And then doing a little bit of teaching, a little bit of understanding for young people, believe me. I think today a lot of crime, a lot of deaths too happen today. So this is one way where big issue, but we come back again, the community. We need to think about one way or another so that we can able to boost him for safety of the community and safety of people surrounding me.
Meanwhile, a resident of Bloody Ridge, Mr. William Gigini Jr., said that Christians in the area now have a church nearby to worship.
Actually, for me, lawyer, on behalf of the Vestry Committee, it's a great achievement. It's a milestone, it's a dream come true. And now what actually happened today. Previously, Mivala am very difficult where by Mivala attending because most of the other churches, they are distant. For Mivala Bloody Ridge, sometimes Mivala go up to Colina 1 and Colina 2, which is almost 3 kilometers from here. And St. Stephen's, also another 3 kilometers from here too. So I'm so hard for me where I'm scattered around here as members of the church. Really tough during the previous years. And now this time it is him that pain, that difficulty we will face him throughout the years where we got a place for worship and give praise to God.
Eliza Kukutu for SIBC TV.
And now the latest in sports with Crofson Utukana.
Smashdown Barras Team Up celebrated World Sight Day last Thursday with visually impaired students at the Special Development Center known as Red Cross at West Honiara by organizing fun table tennis games. The event brought smiles to students who are often excluded from sporting activities. Program Manager for International Table Tennis Oceania, Cherry Harvey, who is visiting the country, expressed her enthusiasm for the students and their active participation.
Yeah, we've only just started the program in the Solomons in the last 3 months, the Smash Down Barriers program, and it was great to come to the Red Cross to work with the kids with disabilities, and specifically today was about the visually impaired for White Cane Day or World Sight Day. We've had a great activity here, and it was nice to hear that they were talking about the visually impaired kids actually able to participate in an activity when they've come here, which they haven't always been able to do, and that is what's great about our Smash Down Barriers program, in that inclusivity. It can be, table tennis can be played by everybody, and we're really happy to be able to share that today.
Smash Down Barriers is a table tennis program aims to improve the lives of people with disability, women and girls, to participate in quality table tennis activities.
The program was developed some time ago by Oceania Table Tennis, the Smash Down Barriers program, and then through the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade and Team Up, they fund activities that are about inclusivity. So Smash Down Barriers is specifically about disabilities and women and girls, and that's how that program was designed. It was specifically designed to be able to include everybody in the sport of table tennis, and yeah, we're really grateful to Team Up and DFAT for providing the funding to be able to run the program here and in other federations in the Pacific. Yeah, we've been to quite a few schools while we've been here and out to a few communities, and the participation has been fantastic. Been working hard with Kevin to develop our development officers to be able to deliver the program effectively, and they're coming along nicely, and we'll continue to work with them and continue to develop them and their skills to be able to deliver the program throughout the Solomons. It's hoped that it will go outside the Honiara area as the program progresses.
Crofton Utukana, SIBC TV.
And that's news. Follow us on sibconline.com.sb and our SIBC News Facebook page for more of our latest stories. Thanks for watching.